My boss forced me to work while my son was in the hospital, Part 3. At 9:43 a.m., I got an email from HR saying I was being placed on a 2-day unpaid suspension for unexcused absence and failure to notify management. I sat there holding the phone, my hands shaking so badly I nearly dropped it. That was the moment something broke. Something old, something that had been patient and polite and grateful for crumbs. It was gone. When Mason was discharged that Sunday, I took the next day off. Without asking, I didn't call, I didn't warn them. Instead, I met with an attorney. Not just any attorney, Laura Byers, a woman I'd gone to high school with. She wasn't a close friend, but we'd reconnected on Facebook, and she'd always liked pictures of Mason and commented with kind words. She specialized in labor law and workplace harassment. I showed her everything. Emails, screenshots, notes, messages from coworkers who had seen the way Dan spoke to me. Even recordings. I'd started saving voicemails and recording meetings after the second time he humiliated me in front of the team. She leaned back in her chair and just said, "We're going to bury this man." Over the next 3 months, I kept showing up. Dan thought I was broken. He kept pushing. More public shaming. Another write-up for poor attitude. Once he changed my lunch break so I couldn't pick Mason up from school. I had to pay for a last-minute babysitter. But I smiled, I nodded. I took notes. Laura was building something massive behind the scenes. She submitted FOIA requests, she subpoenaed Slack logs, she spoke with ex-employees. Turns out I wasn't the first woman Dan had targeted. But I was the first one documenting everything in real time. She called it textbook discriminatory retaliation, said the ADA violations alone would get us 6 figures. The emotional distress? Even more. We filed suit, and I didn't give a single warning. Dan was served in front of the whole office. A courier walked right into the Friday stand-up meeting and handed him a thick envelope. He looked at the front. His face went completely white. "Are you f***ing kidding me?" he muttered. I didn't flinch. I turned and walked back to my desk.